Corruption stones are cursed stones forged by ancient mages.
What is going on YouTube? Lordzhangfei checking in with another video. We're going to be looking over the corruption stones that you can get from my new project at d2arcade.com. These are part of the soulstone bonuses that you can earn. I did a recent update where you can actually purchase these bonuses with some of the credits you earned from the slot machine at the beginning, so they should be easier to get for people not relying on that 10% chance. These are the corruption stones, and they are negative affecting charms that hurt you. Why would I put those in the game? Well, I did want some sense of balance. You got a couple of the chaos and spirit and all these other good stones. Maybe your character's a little too overpowered, so you end up getting a corruption stone, and then your character is in for some challenges. So again, some of these are really terrible, and some of them do some good and some bad. So let's just get right into it. Here is the first one. This is going to be Adria's corruption stone. Now I have to say, the graphic user interface for Diablo does not represent the enhanced defense in this particular charms correctly. That's actually negative. If you look at my character, he now has negative 2,782 defense, not plus the 300 or 32,000. For some reason, the during daytime, because there's actually a cycle in the game of daytime and nighttime. It's kind of hard to tell. You can see if you look at the shadows, but you can actually adjust stats based on the time of day. It's something they took out of the game. I don't know when in development. But it's in there now. They never took it out. So these charms do utilize that. So this particular instance, during the daytime, your defense is really terrible, and maybe at nighttime it gets a little better, but it is really bad. You're going to get hit by everybody. On top of that, negative 20 cast rate, negative 20 block rate, drain life minus 30, which really just sucks. Maximum mana minus 10%, all resistances minus 45, and then 100% reanimate as blood golems. Not a good corruption stone. This is one of the really bad ones. What's next? Next up we have Ara's corruption stone. This is gonna nuke your energy. We go from 820 mana to 311. So that's not good. Negative 20 faster cast rate, negative 20 faster hit recovery, minus 10% life and mana, minus 20 res, and then 100% reanimate as Akara, which just kind of gets annoying because I believe you can actually select her with your cursor after she spawns. I will go see right now. I'm pretty sure that's the case. No, I guess Akara is not the one you can select. So Akara will just randomly be walking around everywhere you go. That's not nearly as bad as the one that you can select, because it really messes up your targeting. But that's not the Akara bonus, I guess. But everybody will spawn as Akara after you kill them. So alright, next up is gonna be Charcy's corruption stone. Totally nukes your max damage by, what is that, about 33%. It's not too terrible. Minus 20 faster run walk, faster block rate, minus 30 to dex, drain life minus 30, all resistance minus 20, and then 100% will reanimate as Charcy, just as the Kara one. Not a good one either. We do have Deckard Cain's Corruption Stone. Now this is going to totally nuke your demon damage. Where is it? Minus 232% damage to demons. So that's going to be tough if you're a melee character, to say the least. Minus 20% faster run walk, faster hit recovery, minus 20 attributes, drain in life, minus 25 all res, and then 100% will reanimate as Deckard Cain. That one's really terrible if you're a melee character. Next up we have the Demonic Angel's Corruption Stone. This one really hurts your energy. That's pretty bad. That's almost 30%. Then level 20 concentration, so this does have a little bit of a benefit. Minus 20% faster cast rate, 420 damage, 420% enhanced damage and damage to demons, minus 30 to energy, minus 50 all resistances, and then 100% reanimate as an evil demon hut, which actually is where those demon imp guys spawn, and they spawn and they actually try to kill you. So it's a shit show dealing with that. Actually got one that had that on my last run I played last night, and the damn imps actually ended up killing me because so many of them spawned. This one certainly has some benefits though if you're a melee character. If you're not melee though, it's just as bad. Alright, then we got Irina's Corruption Stone. Kind of the same thing with this one. Level 20 Fanaticism, minus 20 caster, minus 15 faster hit recovery, 25 cold, lightning, and fire skill, minus 30 energy, minus 20 all res, and then 100% are going to reanimate as an Act 2 Iron Wolf. Those guys aren't terrible people to reanimate. They seem to live a long time. So this one's not terrible. At least it has some benefit, you know. And then we have Farnham's Corruption Stone. This one's really bad because it nukes your attack rating. Notice we go down to negative 75. That's really shitty, to be honest. And then minus 20 faster run walk, minus 20 faster block rate, minus 30 dex, drain life, minus 20 all res, and then 100% are going to reanimate as zombies. Might be one of the worst reanimated enemies just because they move so damn slow. This one's not good. Then we got Griswold's Corruption Stone. Again, it's going to totally nuke your Crushing Blow. Where is it? Minus 130% chance of Crushing Blow. So that basically negates any Crushing Blow your character may have had on them. Not good. Minus 20 faster run walk, increased attack speed, minus 30 strength, minus 30 res. Maximum life, minus 10%. And then 50% are going to reanimate as Griswold, which he's a tank, so those reanimated enemies are going to stay alive for a while. About the only thing it's got going for it, though. That one's not good either. Then we have the High Heavens Corruption Stone. This is going to take away about 25% of your vitality. Does give you level 20 redemption, which is pretty awesome. Nukes your attack speed by 20%, minus 30 vitality, minus 50 all res, 100% reanimate as Tyrael. But it does offer that huge bonus to the cold, lightning, and fire damage, plus 420%. That is huge if you are, say, a lightning Amazon, or perhaps a fire druid. or hell, even the fire damage from corpse explosion on the necromancer. All that is big money. So yeah, this one's really not terrible if you don't mind losing 25% of your health, and the minus 50 res certainly hurts very badly. But overall, this might be one of the better ones for sure. And then we have Humanity's Curse. This is the worst one, I think, actually. Alright, this is going to nuke your max damage by about 33%. But then look at that, 25% chance to cast level 16 Delirium when struck, 100% chance to cast level 50 Teleport when struck, and then minus 50% to all skill damage, all resistances, minus 50. This one's really bad, the whole doll thing, and then you're always teleporting when struck. Yeah, if you get this one, you know, good luck getting through stage 1. My buddy Debussy got this one, and I think he actually made it through stage 1, possibly stage 2, because he had a caster that wasn't really taking hits. But if you have a melee character and this is what you get, like, forget about it. You're in store for a very brutal run. Then we have Jaren's Corruption Stone. This one takes away about 25% of your health, minus 20 all res, minus 30 strength, minus 20 faster run walk, and faster hit recovery. And then 100% reanimate as Jaren, which is just going to be Jaren walking around. So this one offers no benefit at all and is pretty shit. And then we do have Kashia's Corruption Stone. This is a really bad one. It doesn't look too terrible on paper. It does take all your dexterity away completely. And that obviously lowers your attack rating to the negatives, which isn't good. Minus 40 all res, but really, the reanimate as Blood Raven is actually the worst thing ever, and let me show you why. Okay, this is definitely one of the more impossible ones to play with, especially if you get somewhere like the jail or somewhere like that. But you'll notice that everybody turns into Blood Raven. And you're like, okay, that's great, Blood Raven's gonna help fight guys. But what actually happens is Blood Ravens ends up spawning zombies. 3 zombies per Blood Raven. And if you'll notice what's happening here is it eventually becomes a never-ending situation where there's just going to be endless hordes and hordes of zombies. It's pretty loud, isn't it? So yeah, this never ends, actually. And it just becomes crazy, because if you're trying to focus on guys in close quarters, this becomes just too much to deal with. But watch what happens when the Blood Ravens die. It's pretty funny to see, and it gets looking real wild around here. But these Blood Ravens doing a pretty good job of killing these zombies, to be honest. It's much worse when there's a lot more enemies they can fight to and not all focus on the zombies. But yeah, that's a really interesting one. I didn't realize that when I made it at first. I was like, oh, Blood Raven, that'll be helpful. It's actually not very helpful. Next up, Cormac's Corruption Stone. It's going to give you level 20 prayer, minus 10 increased attack speed and cast rate, minus 20 all res, replenish life plus 20. Oh wow, look at that. I don't think I've ever seen him come in here before. That's pretty crazy. That'd be wild if they started like killing Charcy and shit. Huh, I've never seen that before. But either way, minus 20 all res, 100% reanimate as an evil force. I can't quite remember what that is, but we'll go take a look. Oh, that would be a desert mercenary. 100% reanimate as a desert mercenary. They don't offer any auras, unfortunately, though, now that I remember that. It does give you 25 life after each demon kill, so there is certainly some survivability to this one. But it's not that bad. Then we have Lordzhangfei's Corruption Stone. This is gonna totally nuke your strength. You'll notice it takes away 225 strength. So that is not good. You're gonna end up needing 400 strength just to wear this. And if I'm not mistaken, it changes in the day-night cycle to be even worse. So yeah, good luck with that one. And what is the evil force? What is that? A wounded barbarian? Yeah, they spawn as dying barbarians, so that's about as not helpful as you can get. Literal dying barbarians on the floor. If anything, that's going to demoralize you even further. So I don't recommend this one either. And then we have Linden's Corruption Stone. 10 faster hit recovery, minus 20 faster block, 50% pierce attack, 100% bonus to attack rating, 20 to critical strike, minus 25 to all attributes, minus 30 to all resistance. So this does give you, a decent boost to attack rating, and it gives you plus 20 to critical strike, which should not be overlooked. That's pretty legit. Let's see what the evil force is for the reanimated. Looks like this one spawns as Act 1 mercenaries that just stand there. So that's not good, but at least they can take hits for you, so they can act as a little bit of a meat shield. Could be worse. They could be dying barbarians that just lay there, so there's a little bit of a bonus to that one, especially on a Boson character. This one is Mala's Corruption Stone. This one's not good either, man. 20 cast rate, minus 50% to cold lightning and fire damage, minus 30 energy, 100% reanimate as Mala, and then just take away your mana, but really it's not that bad. I mean, that's only 70 mana it's taken away, or 60. So overall, I mean, if you have a melee character, you won't even notice this one. If you do have a non-sorceress caster, you'll probably notice the reduction in damage, but you wouldn't probably notice too much as a sorceress. Then we have Marius's Corruption Stone. This again is going to nuke your damage to demons to negative 212%, so you won't even hurt them. That's not good for melee characters. Minus 20 increased attack speed, minus 20 faster cast rate, minus 30 to all resistances, or all attributes, minus 40 to all resistances, drain your life, minus 30, and 100% reanimate as the Dark Wanderer. I actually like the way this looks. Watch, we'll go kill somebody. You just have tons of Dark Wanderers wandering around. pretty funny to see. Marius's worst nightmare here. That's an interesting one. Dark Wanderers take hits too, I think, so that's something. Then we have the Treasure Goblin Corruption Stone. This is actually going to offer you a gigantic boost to Magic Find, I believe. Yeah, 718. Without it, it's 149. So, what is that? 600 Magic Find it adds with the nighttime increased. And then we have minus 30 vitality, maximum life and mana, minus 10%, minus 40 all res, and then 100% reanimate as an evil hut. We kind of talked about that in one of the earlier ones. I think another one does that. Let me show you what it does. So it spawns these, and out of those are going to come demon imps. It kind of takes a second for them to start pouring out. Of course, they're not going to pour out now, or what? They definitely come out. I don't know why they're not coming out right now. Because I was doing this the other day and I actually got this corruption stone. And I was fighting Griswold and I was getting shot in the back with fire from these guys. So I'm not sure why they're not coming out. But they definitely do. That's a huge boost of mana though. And then we have Warreave's Corruption Stone. Oh, this is going to be the same thing for the undead as the demons. Oh, where is it? Minus 224% damage to undead, so you won't be able to hurt them. Minus 20% faster run walk and attack speed. Minus 30 vitality, 30 drain life, minus 25 all res. Then 100% reanimate as an evil force. I can't remember what this is. Something tells me it's probably literally Warreave. I guess we'll go find out. No, camels. So this spawns camels everywhere. That's nice. You ever need to cracks me up. So yeah, we got camels all day. And then save the best for the last. Now, all these are obviously terrible. And there's 20 of them. We're giving you a 5% chance to get any of them when you get a corruption stone on the slot machine. Out of that, I decided that I wanted the most powerful soul stone that you can get to be in the corruption slot. And I present to you the World Stone Armageddon Stone. Now this thing is just crazy. Let's see if I can get so the attack damage, it goes up ridiculous. 100% chance to cast level 60 Cyclone Armor when struck. 100% chance to cast level 60 Bone Armor when struck. 450% Poison, Cold, Lightning, and Fire damage. Plus 60 to Holy Shock. Plus 60 to Lightning Mastery. All resistances plus 200. Cannot be frozen. To demonstrate the World Stone Armageddon Stone, we'll go ahead and go to Act 5. And let me juice up this Holy Shock here. And just, actually I should probably bind it. And we'll go out for a little stroll. Now this thing is so amazing for several reasons. Definitely the cyclone and bone armor aspect of it, because that basically means you're never going to take damage. You know what I mean? Every time I get hit, poison is kind of the only weakness here. But anytime I get hit, I'm either spawning cyclone or bone armor, which is negating all damage. And if I go ahead and crank that aura on, it just kills everybody instantly. So when you get the World Stone Armageddon Stone, you are in store for a very easy run. You just run around. Everybody dies. Pretty much. 14 through 28k damage for the aura, which is obviously not going to hurt immune to lightnings, but everybody else pretty much dies instantly. And it's definitely the best one that you can get. So she had conviction on that as well. Yeah, you're gonna be killing it, dude. Absolutely killing it. So you little bit of hope when you get a corruption stone. There's always a 5% chance you could get this Armageddon stone, which is one of a kind. That's the only Armageddon stone that there is. Maybe I'll make another one. Not too sure. I'm not too sure I want to make any more of these corruption stones. There's already 20. I'd like there to be 20 chaos stones, 20 demon stones, 20 spirit stones. Again, I was just really looking at the lore and just trying to find actual characters in the Diablo universe to make all this stuff about. Pretty easy to do the corruption stone. You know, a lot of these are old characters from the game, and some of this is like Cormac. I think he's like an Act 3 mercenary from Diablo 3. You know, so I'm really digging deep to try to find lore to go behind all this stuff. But yeah, if you get a corruption stone, you know, you're kind of fucked. So it is what it is, though. I felt there needed to be a balance between all these super awesome stuff, and that way if you get a couple soulstone bonuses, you know, you just never know what you're gonna get. I will say that with the recent update I made to the program, when you buy soulstone bonuses with credits before you roll your character, that's an option that I added to the program. I did remove the corruption stones from the arrays that it grabs from. So if you pay credits to get the soulstone bonuses, you will never get a corruption stone. And I did that intentionally to make sure that, you know, you just didn't pay a bunch of extra credits and get totally screwed. That being said, though, you'll never get the World Stone Armageddon unless you roll it naturally through the slot machine, which, you know, is very low odds. It's 1 in 10 on each reel, so 10% chance to get it on each reel, and then from there there's 7 different types, so that's what, 12% or whatever, or 14%, whatever it is. And then from there it's 5%, so you're looking at a very low chance. I've yet to get it myself, and I've been playing for several streams, so hopefully one day that'd be nice to get it and just kind of coast through. But thanks for checking out the corruption stones. Tell me which one's your favorite. My favorite is obviously the World Stone, but we're not going to count that. I'm going to go with probably the High Heavens corruption stone is really good. but I do like the fun of the Bloodraven one. It's very chaotic. You didn't really notice in Act 1 when everyone's got all the open space in the world, but when you get all those big packs that are in the jail, and it's really tight quarters, and there's like 50 Bloodravens spawning, and then there's like 100 zombies that are spawning, it just gets really crazy. So I do like that. But write down in the comments whatever one you think is the best. I'll be going over the Beast Stones next. Those are the set bonuses that you can get. And go ahead and check them out. Appreciate you checking out this video. Y'all have a good one and take it easy.